watching Eastern and Southern Kentucky's #1 source for news, Mountain News Weekend Edition, with Lauren Osborne, Sky Alert Weather with Arden Gregory, and Sports with Jamie McCracken.
Good morning, welcome back. I'm Lauren Osborne, and today is Saturday, April 9th. Let's check in with meteorologist Arden Gregory for a look at your not-so-April forecast. Well, it's very cold outside like we have established this morning, but is that going to stay around all week?
No, thankfully today is going to be about 20 degrees cooler than we will be tomorrow. Tomorrow will actually be fairly seasonable once we get through the morning hours. We do have a hard freeze until 11 o'clock tomorrow, but then that afternoon we will really ramp things up and we'll actually top out in the mid-60s. And Monday we're going to be flirting with 70. So this cold will thankfully be short-lived, but it is very cold while it is here. As I mentioned, about 20 degrees cooler than we should be for this time of year. And some folks actually seeing a little bit of snow. Pinpoint Doppler painting a few snow showers on there for us this morning. If you do see any of the snow, it should be fairly light and should move through fairly quickly without accumulating much, if at all. So it shouldn't be much of a concern this morning, and those should clear out fairly early on in the day. But the cold temperatures are going to be sticking around. We do have a freeze warning in effect for the entire region until 10 o'clock this morning, and they've already issued a hard freeze warning from 10 o'clock tonight until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So another cold night on tap for you tonight. And those temperatures, well, they're cold enough right now. Temperatures in the lower 30s across eastern Kentucky. And then when you factor in the fact that we're seeing winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour at this time, it feels even colder. Those wind chills are down in the 20s this morning. So if you're headed out, you are definitely going to want to grab that coat because it is a chilly one out there, folks. Now the 12-hour planner not showing a whole lot of relief as we go through the rest of the day, only warming up into the mid-40s. See a little bit of sunshine later on today, but like I said, it is going to stay nice and cool through the rest of the day and then very chilly overnight tonight before we warm up tomorrow afternoon. Lauren?
Arden, thank you. Marked company vehicles are already somewhat of an advertisement, but one local school district is taking advertisement on wheels to a whole nother level. WYMT's Callie Rainey went to Breathitt County to see how their creative advertisement is working.
Driving around Breathitt County, you may notice a big yellow advertisement.
We move this school bus around in different locations. We'll leave it a couple weeks in one area, then we'll move it to another area.
Breathitt County Schools Transportation Director Steve Banks says he hopes the bus will catch folks' eyes.
People's natural attention is what's that doing there? Then when they look and see the sign, then they see that we're horning.
Banks says this creative ad works great.
We're having a good response, and we've actually hired about 12 drivers from this.
He says training can take up to a month for new bus drivers, and they are always looking for the best individuals.
Recruitment never stops to get highly qualified people to get in those buses every day to make sure our kids are safe to and from school.
Breathitt County Schools Superintendent David Gibson says bus drivers are critical to their school district.
It's the first person they see every day, a bus driver is, and it's the last person they see every day.
Gibson says the role a bus driver plays is crucial in the school district's vision.
And our vision is to become an excellent district, a distinguished district, and that starts with the bus drivers.
In Breathitt County, Callie Rainey, WYMT Mountain News.
Gibson says the screening process is very strict to become a bus driver. To find out how to apply, visit our website at WYMT.com. A former Painesville city official plans to change his not guilty plea in connection to a case involving Mayor Bob Porter. Former Painesville Utilities General Manager Larry Harold is set to be rearraigned Friday, April 15th in federal court in London. A grand jury in December indicted Harold and Porter on charges related to theft of government property. An attorney for Porter told us last night that his knowledge, Harold has not agreed to a plea deal that would involve him testifying against the mayor. A Somerset doctor is indicted for Medicaid fraud. The Kentucky Attorney General says from April 2013 until December 2014, Dr. Ezekiel Akandi billed more than $300 to Medicaid for tobacco cessation counseling when the service was not performed. The counseling included patients that didn't smoke or smokers who didn't want to quit smoking. He faces Medicaid fraud and theft by unlawful taking charges. Akandi would face up to 10 years in prison. On January 1st, 2014, Michael Hogg died after he was stabbed following a fight in downtown Whitesburg. That same day, Patrick Smith and James Huffman were arrested. And yesterday, that's where they remained, both without bond. But for Smith, that may be changing soon. WYMT's Haley Minogue was in court as the men's defense teams requested a change of venue and bail hearing.
28 months after Patrick Smith and James Huffman were indicted, the defense teams for both men feel like they are finally getting closer to a trial date.
I feel happy about a date. It's been almost 2.5 years. This trial needs, if they want a trial, they need to set a trial date.
Part of the reason it has taken so long to get the case moving, the election of Judge Sam Wright to the Kentucky Supreme Court. A judge from Harlan has taken on the case, and attorneys want a jury from another county as well.
It has been referred to by several members of the authorities that this is the OJ case of Letcher County, and certainly been treated that way. So we are asking that there be a change of venue.
With all the attention this case has received, Wright hopes people won't be quick to judge.
There are two sides to every story, and you know, the side of the alleged victims in this case has certainly been told through many accounts. But the side of the defendants has never really been told, and we're really looking for the opportunity to do that.
A story Patrick Smith's mother began telling Friday afternoon.
He was trying to do the right thing. My son saw things he didn't want to see. He did things he didn't want to do. And when he came home, he has struggled. Like all veterans of the Iraqi war have.
Barker says it hurts seeing her son shackled, and she's ready to move forward with the proceedings. In Letcher County, Haley Minogue, WYMT Mountain News.
Smith is facing carrying a concealed deadly weapon and tampering with physical evidence charges. Huffman is facing murder and assault charges. Patrick Smith's bond hearing will be held on May 13th. The change of venue motion will be heard on June 10th. The Assistant Commonwealth's attorney declined to comment, and we were unable to reach the Hogg family. A man accused of killing his twin brother made his first court appearance yesterday morning. Antonio Johnson pleaded not guilty in Laurel County. Police say he used a hammer to kill Anthony Johnson at a home on Robinson Creek Road. A judge set Antonio Johnson's bond at $500,000 cash and appointed him a public defender. Police have released the identity of remains found in southern Kentucky. The remains were discovered off Day Ridge Road in McCreary County last week. State police say they belong to 26-year-old Charles Murphy of Stearns. He was reported missing last June. The Kentucky State Medical Examiner and the University of Tennessee Forensic Anthropology Department are working to figure out how Murphy died. Off to the races. The spring meet at Keeland began yesterday afternoon. Unfortunately, it doesn't feel much like spring outside, despite the cooler weather and the threat of rain. Keeland officials say they were expecting a good turnout. One race fan wasn't going to miss a chance to visit the track for the first time.
I've never been to a racetrack, but this is a very beautiful area. I've traveled all over the world, and I live in Hawaii. She lives in California. And Kentucky is amazingly beautiful, and the people are so nice.
The spring meet goes through Friday, April 29th. The second annual University of Pikeville Film and Media Arts Festival began yesterday with work from media and high school film students. As WYMT's Taylor Murphy found out, this year they added a new element to the festival.
Students at UPike say they have worked for hours to prepare for this year's Film and Media Arts Festival.
It's been since the day we wrapped last year. We've been working toward this day.
Organizers say they originally wanted to celebrate filmmakers from the tri-state region. For the first time, the festival allowed national submissions, and students say it added a new element.
We opened up to national submissions this year, people from outside the tri-state region. So that added more things to watch, it added more things to evaluate.
One of the submissions from the other side of the country came 16-year-old Californian William Leon.
Definitely my passion to make films. This is my first film I've ever written and directed. I've done YouTube videos and stuff, but this is my first professional film that I've written and directed.
He says putting every detail together and making it work took a great deal of effort.
Well, since I wrote it, my favorite part is probably casting, and seeing the characters kind of come to life. And when you find like the perfect person, it's pretty magical.
Leon says his next stop is a film festival in Florida. In Pike County, Chandler Markey, WYMT Mountain News.
Beginning at 10 this morning, they will be showing professional documentaries and short films. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a high-tech ride is popping up at golf courses. And later, we'll check in with Jason Lindsay to see what he's working on for us in this morning's Hooked on Science segment.
And we do still have a freeze warning in effect until 10 o'clock this morning, and a hard freeze warning has already been issued for tonight and tomorrow. I'll have all the details next.